When it comes to using tripods and attaching accessories, something that I've come to greatly appreciate is a quick release system. And in this video, I want to share with you two that I currently own, the Manfrotto Move system and the Manfrotto Xchange system. Both let you swap heads, sliders, or accessories quickly, but they differ in price, feel, and design. When it comes to construction and build, the Move quick release system is fully metal and made from CNC machined aluminum. It even has a red anodized aluminum ring and a knurled metal X-lock collar. This all-metal construction feels very solid and premium in hand. The twist lock collar is easy to grip and turn, and it operates with a satisfying metal-on-metal feel. In contrast, the Xchange system is also aluminum, but it features plastic parts. For instance, the Xchange collar isn't fully metal, it has a rubber or plastic grip section, and this build is still sturdy, but it doesn't have the same refined heft or precision machined vibe as the Move system. Both systems are robust and are rated for the same load capacity of 20 kg or 44 pounds, but the Move system definitely looks and feels like the higher end product of the two. Functionally, the only real difference I see between these two systems is that the Move's quick release plate is made with a 1/4-20 in mind and is included with a 3/8/16 adapter, whereas the Xchange plate is made with 3/8/16 and you can buy a 1/4-20 adapter. But to me, that's not really practical because if you've seen one of those adapters, they stick up quite high, and of course the 1/4-20 is quite thin, so there's a possibility of it snapping off. So, in my opinion, if you are using a 1/4-20 based system with accessories, the Move might be the better choice to go. Now, in actual use, one of the biggest differences between these two systems is how intuitively they are used and how the parts interact with each other, referring to the quick release plate and the actual locking base. With Move, you can essentially just drop the plate in and start shooting. The circular base and plate are shaped so that the plate is funneled into the base, and even if you hit it at a slight angle, the edges guide into place and the collar will twist into the locked position. Then for added security on either system, you can just twist the collar a little bit more to really lock it in. In my opinion, the Move system is definitely designed for speed, but that does come with a drawback as the parts are smoothly machined. So once you put it in, even though it's locked down, the plate itself can still twist and move within the mechanism. Xchange, of course, also uses that twist locking collar mechanism, but because of the way that these parts are designed and how they interact with each other, you have to be more deliberate with how you position them and lock them together. In practice, I found that with Move, it consistently locks together seamlessly, whereas with Xchange, I've definitely missed it a few times trying to link the parts together. In other words, Move self-aligns the parts better, while Xchange requires me to more carefully line them up. Another difference is what happens when you take the plates off. And with Move, when you take the quick release plate off, the collar is fully twisted and stays in the open or catch position until the quick release plate is back in the base. It can't accidentally get locked, so it's always ready to receive the quick release plate. With Xchange, on the other hand, you'd actually twist the collar slightly open and get the plate out. Then if you actually let go of the collar, it'll twist back into the locked position. That means that when it's time to link them back up, the base is already locked, so you can't connect the two. You have to twist the collar again to fully unlock it before dropping the plate in. So with Xchange, you have to be deliberate when unlocking the collar and make sure that you hear and feel that click sound and make sure that it goes into that unlocked position before letting go. So again, it's just a minor fit and finish detail that separates these two products. For me, an important distinction and something to consider between these two systems is the quick release plate design. With Xchange, you get a quick release plate that's flat and wide, and this design has some practical upsides. With this, you can put the plate down on a surface and it won't roll or tip over, and this will also allow balance and attached accessories to do the same. In contrast, Move's plate is a taller cylinder and it sits on a narrower end. So unless you're attaching something that's small and lightweight to the Move's quick release plate, it will likely topple over. So everything that I attach to this plate basically has to lay on its side. Xchange's plate would just help to avoid all that toppling over, and in my opinion is the better design. Visually, this also does matter because if you pair Xchange parts with a 75mm tripod bowl or a fluid head base, the parts will cover those bases more nicely, whereas with Move, the narrow design leaves a visible gap around the edges. On the other hand, if you're using a smaller head or a monopod with a small base, the Move can actually look better because it doesn't have that extra wide lip around the base and it doesn't stick out on the sides. So this just comes down to a matter of taste and how your rig is set up. But if you care about how things look, the two different systems and how big or small they are can actually play a role in your entire setup. Manfrotto is clearly investing in the Xchange ecosystem, and a key example of this is the new 500X fluid head, which is designed specifically for the Xchange system in mind. And with the 500X, it has a flat base that is directly compatible with the Xchange quick release system. In other words, you can drop the 500X head onto an Xchange base without an additional quick release plate. So what does this mean for you? I think that if you invest in Xchange now, it's likely going to pay off as more Manfrotto gear comes out. Future heads, sliders, or tripods may adopt Xchange as a standard, and I personally own 3 sets of Xchange hardware because of this. I don't think Manfrotto is going to be abandoning Xchange anytime soon, but by contrast, Move is actually a few years old and it doesn't really seem to be talked about all that much. I only really see it when it's packaged in one of Manfrotto's tripod kits, which is actually how I got this Move system. It's going to be hard to ignore the price gap between these two systems. The Move's base and quick release kit sells for about $100, while the Xchange base and plate kit is around $55, almost half the cost. That means that you can essentially buy 2 Xchange sets for the price of 1 Move set, and for the budget-conscious shooters, Xchange is clearly the way to go. But of course, you get what you pay for. The Move's higher price buys you its premium feel and faster operation. It's all metal and is very well finished, so if you want the smoothest, quickest workflow and don't mind paying more for it, Move has the edge. Both of these systems handle the same payload and both use a twist lock method, but with Move you get a knurled metal collar and ease of use of that just drop-in design, whereas with Xchange you get a flat platform and lower cost. Now that being said, I have noticed that as Xchange is being released and rolled out, the price of Move has dropped down quite a bit to some places offering 2 sets for $100, which pretty much equals them out in terms of pricing. In the end, both Manfrotto systems work very well, and you can't really go wrong with either. But if I were forced to pick just one, I would personally lean towards Xchange. For the most part, it's lower price, has a wide flat base, and a more future-proof design that makes it a smart long-term investment. I already own several Xchange kits and use them almost every day. And again, I got my Move kit along with a tripod set that I purchased, and even though it feels more premium and is easier to use, I probably wouldn't purchase it just because of the previously mentioned reasons. If I had to build up just one system, I'd go with Xchange for its price and ecosystem advantages. It's just the safer bet for the long run. I hope this video has helped you out. I hope my comparison has made some sense and helped you in your purchasing decision. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you can give the video a thumbs up, share it around, comment down below with any thoughts or questions you may have. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more content. And if you want to further support my work, consider hitting the join button down below to become a member of this channel or become a patron on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.